Yo, 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 yo. Yo, what's the word, my beautiful black people? Years ago, I had a homeboy, right? We were standing around one day, me, him, and another homeboy of mine, chilling, turning up the 40 OEs and puffing on the blacks, just standing around chilling. And we got into a conversation about relationships. Now, he was talking about some relationships he had been in. Um, he started talking about one um, that he was in where he found out the uh, the the woman that he was with was cheating on him, and he picked her up and slammed her and kicked her in the ribs, and she went rolling into the ditch, to the bottom of the ditch, and it was a bunch of other stuff that he had said about this woman. Apparently, uh, she was uh, uh, she was out there pretty bad, and they used to just get into it. So I'm just standing there listening to this, and I'm like, "Yo, man, that's crazy as hell." So he talks about another relationship that he was in that was pretty much the same way, and he got to talking about the relationship that he was in currently. Now, the woman that he was with um, at the time, I had met her. Um, she was quiet. She never said too much to me. She never act funny with me or anything, but she never said too much to me. Now, I actually have a video planned where I will be talking about um, a situation with her. Um, I'll be releasing that video soon after this one, so y'all be on the lookout for that. But let me get back on the subject. Okay, so yeah, he's talking about his relationship with her, and once again, a relationship full of turmoil and chaos. So I'm listening to him, and I'm standing there and I'm kind of puzzled, right? And I ask him, I'm like, man, you know, what's up, man? I mean, why do you continue to get into these crazy relationships, man? And why do you stay? Why do you stay in them? And he, just kind of threw up his hands and shrugged his shoulders. And he was like, hey, man, I guess I just like violent relationships. And I stood there and I looked and I was like, man, you know what I told him? I told him, I say, hey, man, I can't do nothing but respect you for being truthful about that. You know what I'm saying? I had to give him his props for being honest. You see, in the black community, we do a lot of fronting, people. Okay? We front a lot in the black community. The black community, man, we have a lot of problems. Okay? We have a lot of problems. And what I have noticed is that we front a lot um, when it comes to relationships. You know what I'm saying? Look, this man was honest about liking the chaos and liking the dysfunction. All right. Now, black people, are y'all gonna sit up here and tell me that y'all have not seen relationships like this time and time again? Of course you guys have. Of course you have. And you have seen these types of relationships time and time again within the black community. Number one. But number two, how many people actually admit to liking the drama, to liking the violence, to liking the dysfunction? I mean, anybody with their head on right, screwed on right, um, they will hear stories like this and they're going to be thinking, man, how could somebody possibly enjoy being a part of stuff like that? But the fact of the matter is, black people, there are those in the black community that do. Okay? This guy just happens to be one of the few that is willing to admit to it. Okay? I mean, we could talk about our women. Now, there are a lot of women that are trapped in these violent relationships with boyfriends and crazy ass husbands. Okay? They are afraid to leave these guys because they're in fear of what these guys might do if they try to leave them. You know what I'm saying? So they're trapped. We all know about situations and relationships like this. Once again, you're talking about relationships within the black community. Okay? But what about the women who actually enjoy being in these dysfunctional and chaotic and violent relationships? I mean, it sounds pretty damn sick. Like I said, if you got a good head on your shoulders, um, it's not gonna make any sense to you to believe that there are people who actually enjoy this stuff. But there are men amongst us that enjoy being in these crazy relationships, and there are women amongst us that enjoy being in this dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Um, it becomes a part of you. You know what I'm saying? To where it's all you know. You know, these people, if they were to get in a relationship where it wasn't a bunch of chaos and dysfunction, they wouldn't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all they know. So, yeah, uh, we just have to be honest with ourselves, black people. Okay? There's dysfunction within the black community that we do not like to admit to, but it's there. And that's why I gave this man his props, because at least he was honest about liking the dysfunction. Not saying that it's good, but like I said, I told the man I couldn't do nothing but respect him for being honest about it. Because most of us are not. Straight up, yo. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.